Hello everyone, and welcome back to the 12 Days of Christmas. Today is day 10 and I'm going to be sharing with you my yearly favorites. I've done this video, I'm pretty sure, in all the 12 Days of Christmas series. And while I don't have a lot of product favorites, because a lot of my favorites would just be repeats, I did want to share a couple of new things with you, as well as some non-product favorites. So let's just get right into it. The first thing I wanted to talk about is a new cleanser that I've been loving this year. The past one that I used and really liked was from Cetaphil, but it has been dethroned by the CeraVe Hydrating Facial Cleanser. Now this is good because it's got ceramides and hyaluronic acid, but it's just really worked great for my skin. I have combination skin, if you don't know and want to know if this might work for you. You can find it at the drugstore. As I said, it's worked really well for me, and while this bottle may not look super big, it's lasted me quite a long time. I can't remember exactly when I bought it, but I know it's been close to a year, possibly almost a year, but yeah, lasts a really long time, and I really like it and will continue using it unless I find something that I like even more. Then I also found a new daily moisturizer that I've been liking, and it's not my daytime moisturizer, but I use it at night, and that's also from CeraVe, and it's their daily moisturizing lotion for normal to dry skin, and it can be used pretty much, I mean, you can use it on your body if you want to. I've just been using it on my face, but yeah, really liking these products from CeraVe or CeraVe, don't know exactly how you pronounce it, but if you're looking for a drugstore moisturizer to use at night that's not too heavy, this is a good one. I will say, now that we're getting into colder months, I do feel like I need a little bit more moisturization. So I've been incorporating some other things into my routine that do have a little bit more moisture, or moisturizing face masks, things like that, when this isn't enough to do the trick. Another product I tried out this year that I've been loving, I heard about prior to this year, but I finally went out and purchased it, and I'm really glad I did, and that is the Tree Hut Moisturizing Shave Oil. So this has replaced my old shave cream. For a while my favorite was the EOS shave cream, and I do prefer this over that one. It's really not that different using a shave oil. I apply it the same way that I would a shaving cream or shaving foam. I just might need a little bit less of it. This one has lasted me quite a while. I've already purchased another one in another scent, but I really like this. It seems to help make my legs be a little bit more moisturized as well. So if you're looking for a good shaving product, then I would recommend this to you. I know Walmart carries Tree Hut, but the place that I've found this to be the most convenient to buy, because it seems to always be in stock there, is Ulta. The next item I've been loving this year is my wet brush. If you've never tried a wet brush, I highly recommend you do, especially if you have longer hair. And it can be used on dry hair as well, but it is really meant for wet hair. So I use it when getting out of the shower, and it works much better for me than even a wide tooth comb or anything else that I've tried. It just has very soft, movable bristles, which allow it to get through the hair easily. I can't completely explain how it works. Maybe if you check out their website, they'll have a better explanation than I can give you, but it gets through my wet hair without getting too caught, but I'm still gentle and careful, and doesn't cause damage to my hair like a regular brush would using it on wet hair. So highly recommend you check this out if you haven't, and I will continue to enjoy using it. The other thing I've been loving this year is eyeshadow palettes. And I couldn't pick a specific favorite to talk to you about because it's just been eyeshadow palettes in general this year. I like using the different ones I have. I like trying out different looks with them. I have these two to show you, but there are others that I've been enjoying using as well. This is the Huda Beauty Amethyst Obsessions, and this is the ColourPop Disney Designer Collection, the first go-round. Now, I don't believe you can get this one anymore, but what I will do is link down in the description box the ones that I've been loving this year that are available for you to purchase, because I do have quite a few that I've been enjoying, and will link those for you to check out. The other product that I've been loving this year is a new mascara, and I don't currently have a new one to show you, so I will put a picture on the screen for you, but it is the Benefit Bad Gal Bang Mascara. I got a sample in one of my subscription boxes, and I really like it. Well, the brush is pretty simple. It just kind of looks like a straight or tapered brush. It does work really well on my lashes, so I will link that in the description for you as well, but I will also put pictures that I can find so you can kind of see what it looks like. But that has become a new favorite mascara. So those are all the product favorites I have to talk to you about. Now I wanted to share with you some of the TV shows that I've been loving this year. The first is Veronica Mars. If you've never seen it, I highly recommend you check it out, especially if you're someone like me that likes mysteries and kind of detective series. I ended up going back and rewatching all of the old seasons because I haven't seen them in a while, and my husband had never seen them, and I'm glad I did because there was a lot of details that I had forgotten. So I would recommend that you go back to the beginning and watch, especially if you've never seen it before, watch from the beginning. But I enjoyed rewatching that, and then I do have the Veronica Mars movie that they made, which was through a Kickstarter campaign that I did contribute a small amount of money to, but I watched that to get caught up as well. I don't know if that's available anywhere. I know it's not on Hulu right now, but I don't know if that's available for people to get. But if you can, I would recommend watching that as well. And then they came out with a new season on Hulu, which I'm still in the middle of. I'm only about 4 episodes in, and I think it's a total of 8 episodes. So by the time this video posts, I will hopefully be finished with that, but still, no spoilers in case anybody else hasn't seen it yet. But that is a good one that I've been enjoying. Then another one I've gone back and started rewatching is Dawsons Creek. I loved this show when I was younger, and I've been enjoying kind of going back and looking at it now as an adult, and also kind of getting a little bit of nostalgia. So that's one I've been enjoying going back through and watching again, and especially even more so since this season James Van Der Beek, who played Dawson, is on Dancing with the Stars. The season, as I'm recording this video, is not currently finished, so I don't know who the winner is, but by the time you see this video, that will be long past. But yeah, that's made it a little bit more fun as well. Another one I'm enjoying that I am watching for the first time, but I've gotten further into the seasons, is Nashville. I can't remember exactly what season I'm on right now, but I know it's the season where it started airing on CMT instead of ABC, and I really like that show. It's kind of one of those comfy, homey shows. I don't know if that description makes any sense, but it's just kind of one of the, it's also kind of like a soap opera if I'm honest. But yeah, it's one that I enjoy and keeps me entertained. And then the final one that I want to tell you about that I'm still enjoying watching is Riverdale. And I am not up to the current season because I'm always kind of a season behind with these things, so I watch the seasons on Netflix. But it's another one that's kind of mystery, sometimes suspense, so that's another one that I really enjoy. Next, I wanted to share with you some of my favorite podcasts from this year. And if you listen to podcasts, then leave me your favorites in the comments, because I'm always looking for new ones to listen to. The first I wanted to tell you about is a newer one to me because it just started in October, I believe, but it's called Start Inspired, and it's by Samantha March, who is someone who I really enjoy watching on YouTube. She's also a published author and also has now added podcast host to her resume. And so far it's basically her kind of telling you about her life, but also ways that she stays inspired and motivated. She also has guests on and interviews them, so I think you should check it out if you're looking to be inspired or just looking to get some inspiration for your everyday life or your career. Another one I really enjoy is Lavender Lifestyle, which is also by a YouTuber named Eileen. And this one is a little bit more of a calming one. She's also very inspiring. I can't think of any particular topics that come to mind right now, but let me see if I can find a description for you and share that with you. So all it says is the podcast on personal development and lifestyle design to help you create your dream life. So it's kind of about going after the life that you want, and there's some more spiritual episodes, but it's just one that I find really inspiring and motivating and uplifting. Another one is Skim This. So I get an email newsletter every day that's called The Skim, where it basically breaks down the important news for you into highlights that are easy to understand so you can keep up with the news and know what's going on. But also they have links if you want to read further or know more. But they have 2 podcasts, but the Skim This podcast is kind of similar to their newsletter in that I think a few times a week they come out and talk to you about important news headlines, but I really like it because they break it down in terms that are understandable to me, because a lot of times when there's news things, whether it be throughout the world or political, it's hard to kind of filter out, I guess, some of the details or opinions and really understand what is happening. And I like that I can listen to this podcast and it can give me a brief summary, but also in terms that are understandable to me so I can know what's going on. So basically they break it down for you to simplify it, but also make it clear, if that makes sense. Another one that I enjoy is Inside of You with Michael Rosenbaum. So if you're not familiar with Michael Rosenbaum, he played Lex Luthor in the show Smallville. He's also done other acting roles in movies and things, but he started this podcast and he basically interviews celebrities, people who are known, and I just think he does a really good job of interviewing, of getting people to open up, and it's one that I enjoy and like listening to because I also get to learn about the people that he is interviewing. So the next 2 I want to talk about are related. The first one being the Rise podcast, hosted by Rachel Hollis, who is an author who wrote the book Girl Wash Your Face and Girl Stop Apologizing. And the description for this one says, tangible and tactical tools for your life and business. Hosted by New York Times bestselling author Rachel Hollis, Rise is a series of bold conversations with fellow business powerhouses and personal development leaders that provides the listener with real-life valuable takeaways. And then the other one that goes along with that is called Rise Together, which she does with her husband and is more focused on relationships. So let me see if there's a description for that one. So for Rise Together, it says, Rise Together is more than just a conversation about this relationship, meaning Rachel and her husband. Each episode is filled with tangible advice that will get you and your partner to be the best version of yourselves. So I find it interesting and useful. But those are the podcasts that I've really enjoyed listening to this year. There are many, many others that I listen to and enjoy, but those are the newest ones that I know I haven't talked to you about before. And then the final favorite things that I want to share with you are just a few of my favorite YouTubers. I've done an entire video on this, and I've also shared them in some other favorites videos, but I haven't done it in a little while, so I thought I would update you, and I've narrowed it down to 3. So my 3 favorite YouTubers this year are Jessica Braun. I also really enjoy watching her vlogs on her husband's channel, which is Tyler Travels TV. She is doing YouTube full-time now. She has an adorable little baby, is a fellow Disney lover, and travels fairly often because her husband is a travel agent, but she's just one of those that stayed herself despite growth on YouTube and is a down-to-earth person and just fun to watch and has a quirky personality that I enjoy. Another one that I have really enjoyed this year and feel like I've gotten to know a bit better this year through their videos and just what an amazingly strong and kind person they are. And that's Samantha March, who I mentioned her podcast earlier. But she not only is doing her podcast, as I said, she's publishing books. She does YouTube 5 days a week, or sometimes even more than that. She's cut back a little bit because of her podcast, but not really. I mean, I haven't noticed. So 5 to 6 to sometimes 7 videos a week. I really enjoyed her live chats that she's been doing on Tuesdays. She did a charity drive back in August, as well as a calendar that you could follow where you could kind of be a better you and just kind of focus on different things each day. And also, I think, has opened up more this year in her videos, doing new and different series, letting you know a little bit more about her, and it's really made me realize her life has not been an easy one, and she's had some struggles, but she's gotten through it and been a stronger person because of it, yet is still a very kind and empathetic person and a strong person. And if you haven't checked out her channel before, I highly recommend you do. I really enjoy watching her and supporting her, and like her books and podcast as well. And the final one I'm going to talk about will probably come as no surprise to any of you, and that's Zoe Sugg. She mainly just does vlogs still. She hasn't picked up her other channel and said she probably likely won't. But she does post Instagram stories. However, I still prefer her vlogs on YouTube. And while she doesn't post them as frequently, I know she is very busy with other things in her career. But she's another one, despite her success and growth, she still is the same person she's always been. She's humble and kind and fun and funny, and I really enjoy watching her vlogs. No matter what mood I'm in, I can just sit down and watch one of her vlogs, and I know that it will put me in a happier and better mood, and I think that says a lot. So if you've been hearing me talk about her, which I do quite often, and you haven't checked her out, you should, and I hope that you enjoy her as much as I do. I hope that you enjoyed hearing about my yearly favorites. What are some of the things that you've been loving this year? Not only podcasts, but TV shows, movies, products. I'd love to hear about all of it. Thank you for watching. Just 2 videos left in the 12 days of Christmas. I hope that you've been enjoying them, and stay tuned for the last 2 because I think that you will really like them. I'll talk to you soon. Bye!